Hello, it's Love, and I am so excited for you. Oh my gosh, it's about to begin. You are coming on the most fantastic journey ever, and it's all about you. One of the things that we say in my company is that you are important and you matter. That's because you do. And I'm going to help you discover just how much you matter and you're important. On your retreat, that is a rejuvenation retreat, as well as giving you some workshops at Indian Springs in Calistoga, California. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Okay, but before I go there, I want to give you a little bit of my history and my story. And I know that most of what I'm about to tell you, if not all, are things that you can relate to in your life as women who work. And some of you are healthcare providers, teachers, entrepreneurs, mompreneurs. You're doing so much for so many people. And it is time for you to spend and invest in you for a couple of days. It's just imperative. I can't let you not do this for yourself. Okay, so I've been a nurse since I was 20 years old, and when I was 23, I had my son. Now, I had worked one job. I worked in Sacramento. I had one job that was 12-hour shifts. I worked at Sutter in the neonatal ICU. And I also worked downtown at Mercy General in pediatrics, 8-hour shifts. So yes, I had two jobs that I know some of you can really relate, especially being pregnant, being really sick because I had a hyperemesis, and having to go to work anyway. The other thing that really, I think, took a toll on me, and in fact, I know it did, was that my son's father, because I had been working night shifts or whatever his reason was, or he felt like he could do, he had a whole other family going on. And he actually had another baby that was 5 months older than my son. Her name is Lily. She's so sweet. And I have to tell you guys, it was one of the most devastating times in my life. I felt overburdened. I felt betrayed. I felt abandoned. I felt rejected. And then one of the things about me is I happen to be a very brilliant and dare I say, I am a genius as well. And so I tend to go to the nth degree to make sure that I do my job very well and that I have a care for the patients and the families and all of that. And so, being pregnant, having to work 12-hour shifts on one job, 8 hours on another job, and then having to deal with what I was dealing with at home was absolutely devastating. Something else that happened is that I really don't have a lot of family out here in California, but I have amazing friends. And my friends were there, and my mother refused to come to my child's delivery. And I have to tell you, you just take it all in, and because we're taught to take it in silence, basically, as women. And these are some of the traditions that we're starting to really break down. And once you come on the retreat and we do our first workshop, you're going to understand why this is important, that you do self-study. And we're going to start there because I need for you to be self-made. One of the things that the Dalai Lama said was that Western women were going to heal the world. And I am definitely a part of that, and so are you. And I need for you to be at your best to do that. You as a woman, you have 2,000 to 5,000 more genomes than a man. That doesn't mean we're better, it just means that we have a different mandate. And with everything that we can do at once, we will go nonstop without ever giving back to ourselves. We'll give to everybody else, but we won't give back to ourselves because we been conditioned to think in certain traditions and cultures and family cultures that if we're doing something for ourselves, then we're being selfish. And actually, that's untrue. We're being self-full. And that's what this weekend is about. It's about you understanding that you matter and you are important. Now, once I did that, I've done quite a few other things. And I don't think it's remarkable, but when people hear it, they're like, oh my God, girl, what don't you do? Well, I actually, by the time I was 26 or so, I had written a culture diversity course that we not only gave to nursing staff and doctors, I also taught pediatric advanced life support. And I did that for 6 years, and I taught BLS, and I also created a program to teach conscious sedation, putting children to sleep to do procedures, and I taught that as well. These were all about before I was 28 years old. I was doing this, and I also worked really hard to be the kind of parent that could raise the incredible son that I have now. Even with all of my doubts about myself and starting to believe in what other people said about me rather than investing in myself and figuring out what it is I wanted and who it is I felt I was. But that's not going to be your problem because you are coming to this retreat and we're going there with you. Now, the other thing is, the time I was 31, I was pregnant with my daughter. I thought it was going to be a love affair to remember. We were going to get married, and we had even talked of having more children. And when I was 7.5 months pregnant, he called and he said that he didn't want to have anything to do with myself and my daughter. It was devastating. It really was. And to know that I had chosen this person to be in my daughter's life was the most devastating part of that. And she hadn't done anything. She was a fetus, and then a newborn. So I poured my love and my time into my job, yes, but my children first. And again, when you do all of these things, you also have to make sure that you give back to yourself physically and mentally and emotionally, and you need techniques that you can use daily to do so. You need to be able to self-soothe. There's a whole lot of things that go on in a brilliant mind, and women have brilliant minds. So I did that, and I actually went back to school and gained another degree. And that's really where I started learning to study myself, because I wanted to work a little bit differently and be at home on the weekends and at night with my child, because you can't do that, at the hospital. They call you in. That's the way it is. So after 13 years of being in the hospital, I moved to Head Start, and I developed programs there as well. I became a federal reviewer, and I became health services supervisor there. After that, I became director of 15 clinics and did that very well too. And actually, that's where I brought Agape Intelligence for the first time and did studies and brought it all together into what you all are going to experience when you come. So I happen to be, I know to other people, like I said, it's like, okay, girl, what don't you do? But I happen to be as well a keynote speaker. I've spoken all over the country, and I've spoken from anywhere from 50 people or, groups that are more intimate like ours is going to be, to over 600 or 700 people. And I have enjoyed every moment of it. I'm also a 4-time best-selling author. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, when do you have time to do all this, girl? And then you're coming in and you're going to be here with us? Well, guess what? It's important because you are and because you matter, okay? And my heart goes out to you, and I want to give you this, okay? So I want you to know, include it in your price of coming out and having this wonderful weekend, just hanging out with your girl. Um, you have a workshop when you the first day that you come. Then you have like a 5 hour period in which you are going to go and check into your gorgeous room. You are going to get mineral bath, mud bath. You are going to get to enjoy the incredible 16 acres. I know you guys have seen these beautiful pictures. It's just so incredible. It's, down by Napa Valley. So, as you come in, you're looking at all the wine country and all this stuff. It's just amazing. And I need for you guys to be physically pampered as well as me emotionally pampering you and giving you step-by-step tools and techniques to be selfful and to be able to combat bullying in the workplace, because I know what you guys go through. I really do. And I need for that to stop. I need for you guys to feel safe when you're at work. And I want you to be able to feel joy in your life, whether you're at work or at home, in your relationships. And this is where it all begins. So once we do all that, dinner's on us. I'm going to make sure you know that. And in between you guys walking around in your white robes going from one tub to another, you also have access to a 100. Wait, I just said 100. No, an Olympic-sized pool that is anywhere from 90 to 100 degrees in the water. And oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And there's also a second pool just for you. Now, around campus, you have all of these gorgeous places for you to be able to talk and meditate. And that evening, what we're going to do is have a fireside chat, because I'm going to need to know about your first day, because you are going to have a blast. I am not kidding you. Why? Because you're important and you matter. That's why. And then the next day, day 2, you are going to have, you're going to be able to enjoy your room. You're going to have breakfast on your own, and we're going to do a second workshop, and that workshop is going to be on some tools and techniques to combat bullying in the workplace. And I am telling you, you are going to be loved. That's right, because you deserve it. Now, usually the price of this is $1,500, but it was way too important to me, and I wanted to make sure that I could get started with you and really help you and boost you up and help you to start to enjoy your life. So that's why the price is so much lower than what you would normally see in a retreat. So what we're going to do, we have Pamela Daniels, of course, the wonderful Pamela Daniels RN working with us. And one of my assistants will be coming as well, and he's going to make sure that you have someone at your beck and call as a concierge, and we're just going to do this thing. We're just going to do it because this is what Agape Intelligence is about. It's about uplifting and up-leveling each other. And it's also about not just that you matter and you're important, because that's key. I've said this several times. But also, Agape Intelligence is a relationship, thought, and mastery of behavior program. And I'm telling you, you're going to have the time of your life. I can't wait to see you guys. I really can't. I am so excited. Calling out fire.